A pair of wild card battles rage on in the NL as one series gets underway and the second one continues on to the second game. More on that in just a moment. Mark Zeno here for Picks and Parlays and WagerTalk YouTube as we break down two matchups in Major League Baseball, one between Pittsburgh and Miami, another between Philly and St. Louis. I'll have plays and selections of both those games coming up in just a moment. But first, as always, need to remind you guys to check out the Morning Wager with me and Brian Power. We get it every Monday through Friday right here on the Wager Talk YouTube page, and you guys can check it out every single day. If you hit that subscribe button, you'll be alerted as soon as it comes up. Three great reasons to watch a show. Number one, we give you guys three free plays every single show. And yes, those three plays are going to give you some free winners. They've been hitting near 60% since the beginning of the year. And so guess what? You tune in, you're going to put some money in your pocket just by tailing the winners that we give you. As well, we go down every single game on the baseball board, try to make you guys smarter, more informed. Hopefully, you guys win some more money with the information that we give you. And guess what? We offer you the best deal out there. You ready for this? It's a buy one, get one 3-day pass with me and Brian Power. You get all of my plays, all of Brian Power's plays for one low price. People jumped on the 3-day pass today or yesterday, rather, and they're continuing to win with us. So you get every single play that we post, all of mine, all of BP's for one low price. Need to remind you guys as well that this deal is available through the rest of the year. This is a big price point, but guess what, guys? You have to think about really everything you're getting in this thing to really understand it. You get the entire college football season and most of bowl season. You get 17 out of the 18 weeks of the NFL regular season. You get the beginning of the NHL and the NBA that all get underway, and all those great college basketball tournaments that you see at the beginning of the year between all the top 25 teams. You're going to get all of those as well. But you got to think long-term. You get long-term value, long-term savings. This is the way to go. And then, of course, if that's not your deal, stick to the short-term stuff. The summer special is still available. We extended it through July 31st. You buy three, you get three free. That includes every play in every sport and all the plays out there. Reminder as well, today, $5 Tuesday. I got a $5 play up for you guys up on my page right now, so make sure you jump in and grab it. But every single individual play that's not a 5% is going to be worth $5 today and today only, so make sure you guys take advantage. Then, of course, I got to tell you about the biggest deal of all that we have right here. It is the $21 million Pro Football Survivor contest on Splash Sports. Use the code WagerTalk. You get a $100 bonus on Splash Sports. But BP and I have entered this contest. You guys can go right up against us and try to best us and take the $21 million from us. I don't know if you're going to be able to do it, but you certainly can try. And I've told everybody that if you want to, if you are so inclined, that you DM me a screenshot of your entry, I will send you guys a 4% free play of mine that I'd normally give out to the clients. So send me a screenshot on Instagram or on Twitter at Mark Zeno, and I'll give you guys a free play for doing so as well. All right, let's jump in and take a look at the numbers here as we look at Pittsburgh and Miami. This series kicking off. Both these teams were off yesterday. We're seeing Pittsburgh as the short favorite here around -120. Miami sitting around minus even money right now. And the total is sitting at a flat 7, maybe some 7.5 still out there. But you get Paul Skeens up against Yuri Perez. Now, we kind of all know Skeens' story this year, and he has been very good at times and not so good at other times. But the reality is that, Skeens doesn't get or hasn't been as effective this year as he was last year. He's faced Miami once this year already, went 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, struck out 10. So this is a spot where maybe he's got some familiarity with this team. Maybe he's got a chance to duplicate that similar performance. But it really boils down to what can Pittsburgh do offensively, right? I mean, this is a team that scores a bunch of runs. They are the third highest scoring home team in all of baseball. On the road, they've dropped down to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. They've dropped down to 11th on the road, or tied for 11th on the road this year. So the scoring has come down a little bit, and that's a little bit of a problem. But when you go back to Skeens, remember what has gone on here for him. There was one point where they had lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 straight starts of his. Then they won 3 in a row. Now they've lost 3 in a row when he's been on the bump. Now, 2 of those last 3 starts, he wasn't great. He gave up 5 runs each in them. The last time he faced the Brewers, he gave up 3 runs in 5 innings, and the Pirates lost the game 4-2. Miami's kind of a fade for me at this point in time. As we go down the stretch, I don't really trust this team. I think they're going to fade out of the wild card race. They just don't have a lot of what's there. So that is something that kind of gives me pause in trying to back Miami here, because I honestly don't know that they're going to be able to hang on. I don't think they have the pitching, nor do I think they have the bullpen. But Some people still believe in this team. Yuri Perez, who starts for them, has had very dynamic home road splits throughout his career. This year, they're not so bad. He's got a 3.29 home ERA and a 3.9 road ERA, and opponents are actually hitting less against them on the road this year than they are at home. And on the road this year, his K rate is way up over what it is at home. So that's something else to take into account here for the 20 starts that he's made this year. And again, it's tough to play against Yuri Perez here. There's a world where I think even at 3.5, the first 5 under might be worth taking here. But there's a part of me that looks at this and goes, maybe take Pittsburgh on the first 5 money line, because if they're not scoring early, chances are they're probably not scoring late. And even though the Pirates bullpen brings in some question marks, it's not that great. I'm sorry, the Miami bullpen brings in some question marks, even though it's not that great. The Pittsburgh bullpen isn't great either. I don't think that there's a world where I feel confident doing anything other than Pittsburgh first 5. I just feel like that's the spot where I want to be. That's the spot where I think we're going to get the most value. And backing Paul Skeens, again, at this price, you didn't see it last year, that's for sure. And you're seeing it this year because, again, the wins just aren't there for the team when he pitches. So it's very tough to believe, that they're going to continue, or they're going to break right of that streak and start to provide them more wins. I mean, the Pirates have lost 4 of their last 5, save a 9-0 win over the Mets on Saturday. They're pretty much beaten resoundingly by the Mets at home, no less, of all things. And the Marlins just took 2 of 3 from the Angels. And look, I know this sounds elementary to say, but when the Marlins bats are good, they're really good, and they end up scoring a ton, and they're hard to beat. Now, Miami's been very good at home this year. Pittsburgh has not been good on the road. I think those are also things that you guys can take into account when you're looking at this matchup. All right, let's flip over to the matchup between the Phillies and the Cardinals here as they play the second game of their series. Philly ended up taking the first game last night, so maybe a bounce back spot here for St. Louis as we get Christopher Sanchez going up against Andre Payante. Sanchez has been very good this year with a 2.65 ERA, but his numbers are much different on the road. He's got a 1.41 ERA at home, 4.48 ERA on the road. Opponents are hitting 312 against him on the road. 10 of his 13 home runs have come on the road. But this is a Cardinals team that offensively stinks, and I wouldn't want to back them. And Andre Payante, who goes for the Cardinals, has been worse at home than he has been on the road. I mean, does that mean this whole thing goes to an over? I don't think that's a terrible play. But you're asking the Phillies team that doesn't score that much on the road to go ahead and do it, despite the fact they put up some runs last night. So this total is at 8. I would probably lean to the over in this spot. Remember, the Phillies bullpen isn't great either, but there is always the chance that you're going to get this, beautiful start from Sanchez on the road. It's not that it hasn't happened this year. It just, he went 6 innings, no runs against Baltimore's last road start. Prior to that was the last road start as part of the All-Star break, 7 innings, 2 runs against the Tigers. So he's had a couple of bad road starts against the Nationals, against the Brewers, and one against the Cubs earlier this year. But for the most part, he's been really good all across the board. I think there's also a world where you can lay a run in the first 5 with the Phillies, and I think that's a way to go to play them as well. So you just kind of got to, put your own emphasis on this and figure out what you want to do with it. But that's my best read right there. It's always a good read to take advantage of the buy one, get one 3-day pass with me and Brian Power. You get all of my plays, all of Brian Power's plays, one low price. And then, of course, don't forget, sign up for the $21 million pro football contest on Splash Sports. Use the code WagerTalk, and you get $100 on Splash Sports as well. That is a huge thing for you guys to take advantage of. So make sure you guys do that as well. Oops, sorry, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Nonetheless, I want you guys to again, sign up for the contest. Best of luck with all your baseball bets tonight. Go cash some tickets. We'll talk to you next time.